Alright, so what's up guys? So we are out here on another run. Out here doing our thing, trying to be successful right in our area, which is running, right? We want to run faster, longer, and get better at what we do simply, right? Become successful, right? Well, you know, the term success might be quite subjective, right? Might vary quite greatly from person to person. You may want to think about it because it regards your goals, right? And whether or not you achieve them. So whatever you define them, you pretty much define your goals as you want to be successful, right? You want to get them done. And you know, there are certain things that only the most successful people, right? The Bill Gates, the Elon Musks, the Jeff Bezos of the universe, there are only a select number of things that these people realize. And you know, while some can be quite shocking, they are quite useful, right? Because if you want to get like them, right, get that same level of success that they have. And you know, in essence, don't worry, because we are going to give you 4 things that only successful people realize or figure out. So without further ado, we are going to give you tip number 1 as that guy is driving on tireless on the rims. That's pretty bad, but it's okay. We're all right. So tip number 1 is that, you know, you are gonna die, right? That's what they realize, because, you know, in essence, our time here is limited, right? There's all gonna come a point, you know, a day in the world where we're not gonna be around anymore. And you know what, that's okay, because you know, you got to realize that your time here is very important, right? You're never gonna get today again, so make the most of the day, right? Not only the day, but the hour, the minute, and even the seconds that you are given, right? You have to approach it as a gift, right? That you woke up this morning and have, you know, the potential to do great things in your life. And you know, successful people hone in on that. They understand, you know, that that's going on, and you know, they feel a responsibility, right? Almost like a, you know, deep-seated need, right? It's not just a desire. They must feel like they have to do it. They're obligated to work and become successful, because they feel, you know, that they are almost wasting their life. They didn't, right? Wasting precious opportunities and talents that they are given. And we all have those things, right? Every single one of us, right? Regardless of what you may think about yourself, right? High self-esteem or low self-esteem, we all have, you know, the potential to do great things and give back to society. But you know, the main thing that you got to realize is that your time to do that is limited. It's not forever, right? You can't simply go back in time and reverse the course, right? Change your decisions that have already been made. So in fact, you have to focus. Whoa, this guy's gonna kill us. You have to focus on what's going on right now, right in this moment, and you know, make the most of it. Carpe diem. So do that, right? Take advantage of the limited time you are given and make the most of it. That's what successful people realize. And tip number 2, as far as what successful people figure out, is that people's opinions of you don't really matter, right? In fact, you'll start to realize the more and more you become successful, the more and more criticism, right, and negative opinions that you're gonna hear about it. And that makes them a-okay, because it's a reminder that you are doing great things, right? Because at these high positions of power, right, and influence comes, you know, more eyes, more attention, more dependency on you. And you know, people are gonna throw different things at you, right? And what you gotta realize is that these opinions can't do anything to you at all, except if you let them, right? You let them hit you in the body, right? They're not, it's a difference between someone actually throwing a punch at you and someone, you know, dissing you, right? The diss does nothing, right? It can only hurt you emotionally if you let it, but the punch will, right? The pain will be felt. So what successful people realize is that people's opinions of them don't really matter. But if those people, you know, fight them and so forth, it's a different story. But what may appear to be a fight and a blow, you know, through, you know, hatred, so forth, is really nothing. It does absolutely zilch to the people affected. So when you realize that, you will become super powerful, right? You'll be pretty much immune to what people say about you, and you'll be on your way to becoming successful. So, you know, without further ado, we are gonna go into tip number 3 as far as things that only successful people realize and figure out, is that nobody truly cares about you, right? Except, you know, for a limited amount of people, right? Ones that you can only count, you know, in the palm of your hand, right? Your close family, your lover, and so forth. But the rest of the world, right? Everyone driving around here doesn't care about me, and that's okay, right? And they don't care about the other cars driving around them, right? Chances are that's true. That's all right. Doesn't mean that we want the worst for them, but you know, we have enough to focus on, right? And when those people don't meet our expectations, right, they let us down. Because, you know, if you put your fate in the hands of other people, chances are that's gonna happen. You won't get disappointed, because you know that everyone, you know, has their own responsibilities, and for you to put yours on them is quite foolish. That you're selling yourself short, because in the end, you know, those people have to do their own stuff, and so do you. And if you lag on that, then, you know, you're in a bad position. So do that, right? Become independent, become the strongest version of yourself, right? Don't rely on someone to come knocking on your door to make you successful, right? You gotta do the waking up at 4 or 5 in the morning and doing the work, right? Putting it in. And, you know, only then are you gonna become successful, right? Only a select few, you know, people are very lucky, right? They're doing nothing and they won the lottery, you know, or the genetic lottery, right? Not, you know, in particular, the lottery that everyone thinks of when they think of lottery. But because of that, you have to consider that, right? You have to be responsible and do your own work. As it's getting loud in here. So for you, figure that out, right? Figure out, you know, how to become independent and strong. So the 4th thing that successful people realize is that dreams don't work unless you do, right? You can dream whatever you want. Everybody does. Everybody has dreams, right? Whether it's becoming rich and famous, right? Becoming a professional athlete, right? Everyone has different dreams, right? For some girls, it's to become a Kardashian or a Jenner, right? Become a socialite. But what many people don't realize is that those dreams won't appear to be reality unless they, in fact, put the work in for themselves, because those people did put in the work, right? Although some were born, you know, with a few amount of luck, right? They were born with some gifts, right? Looking beautiful and being around rich and successful people, famous people. Yes, that might have helped them, but those people are still hard workers, right? They made it happen themselves, because if they sat around dreaming all day, they wouldn't be in the positions they are today, right? They could still be successful, but not have the same amount of success that they are reaping to this day. So, you know, those are the 4 tips, right, that only successful people realize. And, you know, on your way to success, I hope you take those in, right? And start achieving things, right? Doing things, becoming a doer, and, you know, hitting your marks. So, you know, as always, we say thank you very much for, you know, taking the time to watch this video. Say thank you very much again, and goodbye.